Today was the first day of Packers OTAs, and I did a whole recap video breaking down what exactly happened. But since that point, there has been some information as to why certain players were not participating. So we have some injury updates to go over. And the biggest one is Josh Jacobs, newest Packers running back, brought in this offseason, replacing Aaron Jones. He is dealing with a hamstring injury, which is never good to see. Those hamstring injuries, sometimes they linger. But here from Matt Schneidman, Josh Jacobs is dealing with a hamstring issue. LaFleur says he won't be sidelined long. Jacobs was heavily limited today, and I saw that he was sprinting on the sidelines reportedly. In my previous video, I shared that from Ryan Wood. And so Matt LaFleur sounds like he believes Josh Jacobs should be ready sometime soon to return. But again, these hamstring injuries, you hope they heal right away. Sometimes, though, we've seen that they can flare up from time to time. So that is not the best news. Aaron Jones, being the running back here for a while, last season specifically, dealt with a ton of injury. He came back strong as the season ended. But the hope was that Josh Jacobs would be much less injury prone and be able to stay healthier. And maybe he will. Hopefully this is just a small issue and there's no other problems going forward in the future. And then the other injury updates, we have both Zach Tom and Tucker Kraft have pec injuries. Matt LaFleur said that Tucker Kraft will be out until training camp, but that he'll hopefully be back by training camp, if not pretty early on in training camp, and it is a pec injury. And then he also said that Zach Tom, here from Paul Brettel, LaFleur says Tom was out today with a pec injury, adds it won't be a long-term injury, and he'll be ready for camp. So both Zach Tom, tackle, who played right tackle last year, and tight end Tucker Kraft are going to be out until at least training camp, and hopefully they'll be ready by that time. So that means they will not be participating in OTAs and mandatory minicamp, which takes place coming up in June. And then I want to read here from Wes Hodquist. LaFleur more on Watson, Christian Watson, and Eric Stokes. Both he and Stokes look like the best shape I've seen them in. Two guys who have struggled with injuries a lot here in Green Bay in the past couple seasons. And so hopefully these guys will stay healthy. And then I want to end off here, which I didn't touch on in my recap video. Matt Schneidman, LaFleur said offseason attendance is higher this year than in any of his prior 5 years. Been almost 100% all offseason. That includes Jordan Love, who is awaiting a new contract. LaFleur said Love's attendance sets tone. Quote, to have him here, you can't put a value on that. And it sounds like the Packers and Jordan Love will come to some kind of agreement likely in the future. They've been having talks for the past few months. They have not come to any agreement. I had been wondering, would Love can contemplate sitting out of OTAs just so that he, wouldn't injure himself and, maybe wait until he gets that contract signed to participate. And it turns out that he was participating even though he doesn't have a contract. So I wouldn't have faulted him if he did decide to skip, because I understand, when you're trying to get a new contract, there are things people do to try to get those secured. You don't want to get injured before that happens. But credit to Love for showing up, practicing, and LaFleur, as he said, it really does set the tone for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that Jordan Love contract situation. Definitely a big thing to watch for the Packers in the coming month and months ahead. So that is it for this video. If you want more Packers content, news, make sure you turn on the post notifications. That way you never miss any Packers news. And I'll see you guys next time.